one of the biggest lies that is keeping people stuck in UGC is that you need experience before you can create a portfolio. And that is simply not true. In today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to build your first UGC portfolio from scratch. Even if you've never worked with a brand, you've never been paid, and you don't have a huge following. We're also going to deep dive into my portfolio that is securing me 5-figure deals. Let's be honest, most beginners get stuck in the phase of what do I even put in my portfolio? Who would hire me without experience? I don't have brand deals, all of that stuff. Truth is, none of that matters. Your problem isn't skill. Most of the time it's misunderstanding about exactly what a UGC portfolio is. So in today's video, we're going to deep dive into it so you've got a clear plan that you can actually follow and have a portfolio ready by the end of the week. If you've been waiting until you feel ready, take this video as your sign. So by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly what goes into a beginner UGC portfolio, how to start standing out as a creator, and how to create content without paid brand deals. You're also going to understand what brands actually look for when they look in your portfolio. Now, you don't need permission to start, but what you do need is structure. And for those of you who are new here, my name is Charlotte Barrett. I've worked with over 400 plus brands. I've been paid UGC for the last couple of years, and I've built multiple income streams as a single mum. And UGC has definitely been one of the most flexible, scalable income streams that I've had today. I can tell you confidently that brands don't care if you're famous. What they do care is if you can create content that converts. Now, step one, we're going to get super clear on exactly what a UGC portfolio is. So a UGC portfolio is not a highlight of brand deals or follower account showcase. What it isn't is an influencer media kit. But what it is proof that you can create content that feels natural, clear, and that is usable for brands, that brands would actually put on their feeds and that they would pay for. That's it. No overcomplicating it. Brands want to see in your portfolio that you can speak clearly, you can do face to camera work. Brands in general will know, can you follow a brief? Does your content look clean? Do you understand hooks? Do you understand call to actions? Basically, they are renting your creativity and not your popularity. Now, step two, what you want to make sure you have in your portfolio is a 60-second about you video. This is instantly going to make you stand out from other creators who don't have that. That about me video is basically like a video you're going to use to leverage, I'd say, like your mini business card. It's going to work when you're not working. It's going to introduce who you are. It's going to have your best edit on display. It's going to show a bit about who you are behind the camera. So things that you do, maybe your day job, your personality, if you've got kids, etc. And it's going to show that you know how to film from different angles and keep the viewer engaged. That about me video, you're going to be able to leverage on platforms when you're applying for work, and it's going to be used in so many multiple ways. So you want to put some effort and time into your about me video. Alongside your about me video, you're going to want to have a quick intro. It doesn't need to be long, a few lines about where you're located as a creator, some more stuff about you. So maybe you are educated in the medical field, maybe you're a professional. Put that in there. So again, that's going to show your unique selling points as well. So next, you're going to want a few sample videos. And I know this is where most of you are going to freeze and say, but I've not worked with any brands. And I was exactly the same when I started UGC. What I did do is at that time, I went and around my house, found a few items and created strong UGC videos. Now, you might have a friend who has a business that you can offer to create a UGC video for. You might see a gifted collab and offer to take that, or you might get started on platforms and get those first few videos in your portfolio. The point of those sample videos is not aesthetics. You want to focus on structure, not perfection. So every sample video you have in your portfolio should have a strong hook. Literally within the first few seconds, it should be able to hook the viewer. You want to have a clear problem, demonstrating with that product or service, how it solves that problem. And you want to have some social proof if you can in there as well, and a simple call to action. So what would the viewer do next? If you have those in your sample videos, even if it's not a few, that is instantly going to make you stand out as a more professional and experienced creator. Those videos have really quick pacing, changing the pacing every 2 to 3 seconds so that they are not boring, not monotone, and also changing the visuals. Brands are not looking for fancy cameras, fancy transitions, studio lighting, over edited. They want it to feel natural, but they want the pacing to be good, and they want structure and formula. Now next, you want to make sure that you've got a clear call to action on your portfolio. How can brands then get in contact with you? Do you have your email at the bottom? Do you have an onboarding form? Make sure that's very clear, so if they are interested, they want to hire you, they are not searching all about the place to know how to get in contact with you and book you. What I want you to remember is that your portfolio is a living, breathing document. As you get more paid brand deals, you are going to switch out those videos, those initial videos, and you're going to replace them with better videos. And the more you create content is the more better and skilled you're going to become, which is why it's important that you're always up-leveling your skill set. So don't worry about your portfolio being perfect at the beginning. It is going to change tremendously as you change as a creator. Even now, I look back at some of my first videos and I literally cringe still to this day, even videos from last year to now. So know that your videos will not be perfect, but the point is you're supposed to improve as a creator. Some upgrades you can make is you can start to add any testimonials that you've had in there. That helps with social proof again. Now you can put case studies in there. If you've had videos that have done really well, put that in there as well. Also put brands that you've worked with. If you've got popular logos, pop that in there. And again, that is going to look really, really strong for you as a creator. Instantly show a brand that you are brand new is having your portfolio, particularly if you built it in Canva, and not turning the autoplay off. So make sure that you have autoplay off and all the videos aren't playing for once. That will instantly irritate a brand or agency and they will click off your portfolio. So that is something that I want you to be very aware of, and it's an easy mistake to forget to do, but it instantly screams a red flag and beginner creator. You do not need to niche yourself down immediately if you don't want to. You can be a multi-niche creator. Your first portfolio does not need to be perfect, and it doesn't need to have all the things that I've talked about as an upgrade. It needs to exist to get you moving, and the more you move is the more you're rewarded in this business. Created your portfolio, next you're going to want somewhere to house it. I alluded to Canva. That's pretty much the industry standard and it's the easiest way to get started. So you can go on Canva, you can search templates and you can build your portfolio and host it there. Later on you might want to do something else, or you might want to even simply have it in a Google Drive. That is good enough as well. Now personally, what I've chosen to do is my portfolio is housed in Canva, but I bought a domain name and I've redirected there just to have a bit more professionality. But I have been doing this a long time, so you don't need to think about that and have that as a barrier to you getting started as well. Personally, I would advise you not to include your rate card or your prices in your portfolio. Reason being, that can often shoot you in the foot. A brand might see it and they have a higher budget, but they're not going to tell you. So what I always do and advise my clients to do is leave your rates out of your portfolio, have a rate card separate, and negotiate with a brand on a brand by brand basis. That is going to help you much better in the long run. Remember, momentum builds. Now let's jump into my portfolio. So as you can see at the top, I have got the intro, I have got my about me video. Then I go on to talk about the brands that I've worked with. I've got some logos there as well. I also have some testimonials. I then go into some of my top performing videos. What I do need to do here actually is put my videos into themes in terms of whether it's beauty, lifestyle, etc. And I do also need to add some case studies. As we scroll down, you see I've got a good selection of videos, a lot of face to camera, because that is what gets you booked and paid, I promise you, over aesthetics or unboxing any day. And as we scroll down, I also have the services I offer. I also then have a clear call to action, how to move forward, and that is simply it. And as I said, this is a living, breathing document. Your portfolio will change. I've had mine redesigned, but you do not need to go this fancy. You can literally just have a couple of videos, have your about me video, have contact, and that is it. And it will grow as you grow as a creator. If you want a step-by-step breakdown of how to land paid work once you've sorted out your portfolio, then go ahead and join my free community. The link is down in the description, and go on to the bootcamp, where in that 7-day bootcamp, every day we are taking action to land brand deals. And all you need to get started is literally to have your about me video, and I will walk you through the ways to start landing your next brand deal. Now, if you have enjoyed today's video, be sure to go ahead and subscribe, and I will see you in next week's video.